Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is NGumah, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In this very brief tutorial, I'll be teaching you exactly how to turn around $200 into $1,000 in just 3 days. So stay tuned. Before we begin, if you're new to this channel, definitely hit that subscribe button below and also hit that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever we release new videos. It really helps the channel grow and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Alright everybody, the stock that I traded this week, which turned out to be the pattern of the week, was on Roku. Now let's dive into Thinkorswim and see exactly how I approached this trade. This right here is Roku on a 5-minute chart. And I started trading this entire thing on Monday right here. This is when I started trading it. And if you go directly to the Robinhood account right here, this right here is Roku. And if we scroll down to the history and we click on show more, we will see that I started trading it on the 15th by buying this call option right here for $220. And I bought it at exactly 10:07. And if you go back to the Thinkorswim again, we can see that 10:07 was in this candle right there, right here. And I bought it at that specific time for a very specific reason, as always. All right. Now, if you look at this chart, okay, and if you change the time frame to the 4-hour time frame, things starts to get very interesting. I taught this before in my previous videos. Again, there is no surprises here. This is a very simple pattern. It's very clean, and when it works wonders. So here it is. What you want to do is grab your drawing tool right there, the oval, and then what you see is the left shoulder followed by the head right here, and then followed by the right shoulder, okay, right in here. And I turned out to get in right in this hammer, right at the bottom at around 105, 106. This is when I got in. This pattern on the 4-hour time frame is the bigger version of this pattern right here. Let me change it to the 15-minute time frame, and let me go back here to the left shoulder, and then we will look here. Again, I made a previous video on this one. I got in here, right, and then I got out here. Actually, no. Then I get out right around 113, right in here. And if you look closely, there's the left shoulder again, the head, and the right shoulder, which turned out to be the whole left shoulder of this entire move. This is a perfect example of a pattern within the pattern. Now, if we dive into the Robinhood account again, we can see that I sold this contract for around a 200% profit for $573. At exactly 11:25. If we change the time frame to the 5-minute time frame, I got out right in here, right here, and I was just patiently waiting to make sure that it will actually break out of a specific zone, and that specific zone is right in this region. I wanted it to get out of this region right before I actually got back in. And if you go back to the 5-minute time frame, you can clearly see that we were right in the middle. I sold right in the middle of it, and I just waited just to make sure that it wouldn't collapse. And then when I saw that the stock was breaking out of that zone over here at around 130, I got back in with the profit that I made in here with another contract at exactly 143. I was a little late on that entry, but it turned out for the best. I ended up selling this contract for exactly $600 the next day, right at the open, at my first target price of $120, which is right in here, right there, right after the market opened and this candle formed. I decided to sell immediately because I was anticipating a pullback, which eventually did occur. And I actually missed my entry here because I was doing a lot of things on that day and I completely forgot to follow up on this stock. Now, the reason why I decided to get back in on Thursday was because I realized that this specific path of the head and shoulders was very similar to another stock which I've traded this specific path of the reverse head and shoulders. Let me grab that picture for y'all. That picture is actually right here. Okay, That picture is right there. We're gonna make a very, very good comparison of the two. As you can see, there's the drop right there, forming the left shoulder. And then we got the head, and then we got the right shoulder, right? And then what I want y'all to focus is this. It breaks out, and it breaks through this level right there, right? Just like Roku here. And then it pulls back to retest that neckline, just like it did in Intel on March 20th. As you can see, it got back, retested the line, and then continued the move higher to the price target right up here. And that is exactly what happened in Roku. And if you look at the Robinhood account, you can see that I got back in for $300. Again, I'm using the same profit to reinvest it back in for the sole purpose of doubling that profit each and every time I get back in. As you can see, I got in at 9:43, and if you go back to Think or Swim and you change the time frame to the 5-minute time frame, 9:43 is right in here, right in the middle of this candle. As soon as it broke the previous high, which was here, as soon as it took this level out, I got back in. In hindsight, it would have been a better trade if I didn't miss my entry, but that's alright though. But this was a very, very clean pattern. I have traded this pattern before and I had zero doubt in the outcome. If you go back to the Robinhood account, you can see that I sold that contract for around $500. I sold it at exactly $11.52, which wasn't the very best exit. I got out right in this hammer right there on the 5-minute chart, and I missed out on some premium right there, which is not terrible. It's not bad. At least I caught most of it, or I would say some of it. As you can see, this trade was very, very far from perfect. Yes, it was green, but there is definitely some things that we can learn from this and we can perfect it so that when the next time it shows up, we'll be ready to trade it again, as always. If you have any questions, definitely put them in the comment section below. I will get back to you as soon as I can, or I will make another video about it and explain it to you and for everybody else who's watching. If you're new to this channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. I do post the patterns that I spot daily, and I do post my entries and my exits on there as well. My name is Paul with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see y'all on the next one. Take care.